Hey, what's going on, Real Streaming? So there were two conditions for this interview with the Josh show. The first one is that we need to speak, just wanted to speak in terms of his wife had left, not passed. And the second condition was to not speak about Ready to Glare because she, really doesn't have anything to do with this. But we recorded this. Obviously, I'm in Rhode Island, America, and he's in Japan. So, but those were the conditions to have this interview, and let's get started. All right. So let's go back to like before everything happened. So before you left YouTube and everything like that, you used to cover a lot of Onision, right? And what other because I wasn't exactly a part of YouTube at that time. I mean, I was, but not anywhere near like I am now. You know what I mean? So I actually didn't know who you were at the time. Because like I said, I wasn't actually on. Now when things go on, I know exactly what's going on. It's just, it's different when you're not involved with YouTube. It's just a little bit different. But so what were you doing before? Were you covering a lot of Onision drama, or like typically what were you doing on the regular?
I started doing YouTube videos with my kid because I was trying to just think about other stuff. And then the vlogs with my kid wasn't enough to just feel busy, and so I started the Josh show, and the Josh show was just about try to figure out the truth. So not much about drama like, Onision slept with two girls or cheated on his wife. I've never talked about that, and I don't care. And I think that if he slept with two girls, good to him. I mean, between men, I mean, I've never done it, so
yeah. Whatever. Honestly, who cares?
So, and I've never even been involved with any drama really, apart from the one of my own making.
Yeah.
So it was just about finding the truth. For example, Onision was a very easy subject because there is so much rumors about him that you could go along like an actor making 100 and something videos without problems. But most of them are just about his private life, whether he has 12 type of serials or he slept with another girl, or he had a fight with the other girlfriend, or stuff like that. But so, and I got interested in him because there were rumors like he lures girls into his house and things like this. And so I started looking into it. Then, for example, other things I looked into was like when Jake Paul Jake Paul's assistant accused FaZe Bank of assault in a nightclub, and so I've been the only one literally calling and recording all the conversation I had with the police. So I've been like from Japan to the US, trying to get in contact with someone to tell me if they really reported FaZe Bank. And it turned out that at the end, after 18 hours or whatever, 9 hours, I don't remember, it was a year ago. And I remember I didn't sleep for like 2 days. I live in Japan, which means I am on the other side of the world. So to make all these phone calls, it took me all night. And not only last night. I started 2 nights ago. You have no idea how long it takes for non-emergency phone calls to get through. And especially in LA, where it's actually really, really busy. So at one point it took me about 5 hours just to talk to one person. So before you comment with, "Oh, this is fake," or "You're just doing it for the views," of course I'm doing it for the views. At the end, I got in contact with someone a police officer or someone that was in charge of all the reports, and he told me, no, we don't have any reports about this person or whatever happened in the nightclub that night.
Okay.
In that area. So that's it. It was just about finding the truth.
Finding out the truth in all these matters that you cover, pretty much. So that's what the Josh show was.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Which is cool. I can respect
just
that.
like
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, this. For example, that when the whole harassment started, I was looking into a rumor that it was about like 11 years old, but I was given a name and a location.
Okay.
No, actually, no location. Actually, just U.S. And a name. Okay, and a name and a surname. So I started looking into it, and I wrote on my website.
Yeah.
There's nothing into it. It's just kids just making up stuff. And that's when the old chaos started. But yeah, so basically it was just about finding the truth, no matter whether I liked it or not, because I don't really. No, I cannot say I don't like Onision. I don't care.
I feel you. I feel the same way. I honestly don't feel one way or the other about him. I just want to know, like what's really going on. I really don't care. Like I know Onision, he definitely doesn't like me, but I don't feel that way. I really don't care.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a lot of drama involving with him, but it's whatever. But so what exactly? What was the first bump in the road? Would you say for you, like for you, just like before everything started?
No bumps in the road. Basically, just as soon as I got in contact with, Caitlin. Just when I came in contact with her, everything started going downhill. Downhill, not really downhill. Like she tried to. Well, first of all, she recorded me. Although in our country, is legal to record someone else without their consent. There's also like in this law there is a section that says you cannot record someone without their consent if in their country it's illegal.
Okay.
So basically that's the first crime she committed. So she recorded me. I didn't know it. Okay. So she told me.
So what was this, like a video chat? Was this a video chat? Or?
No, just a phone call. I think it was on Skype or Facebook.
Oh, a phone call. Okay.
I don't remember exactly.
Something like that. Okay.
Yeah. So I was given. The story is this one. I was watching a live stream, and because someone told me, "Oh, watch this live stream," and I said, "Okay, let's go and watch it." Okay. And this Onision's ex-moderator was like saying, what about kissing a 14-year-old kid, or about the guy you punched? And then he started giving names and stuff like that.
Is this a huge, well-planned conspiracy against you? Are we all manipulating people to believe you are a bad person? Maybe you are the next Jesus, crucified by the mob and spat on by the haters. But can we all be wrong about you? Is him, your former moderator and friend, lying about you kissing a 14-year-old kid?
Hey Greg, should we talk about the 14-year-old that you kissed? Should we talk about them? Should we talk about them? How old were you then? How old were you when you kissed that 14-year-old? Oh yeah, you were 29, weren't you? You're 29, weren't you?
What about this other moderator that left you, who claims that you knew about sexual pictures of minors on your forum, yet you didn't do anything about it?
Every time I bring up what I was seeing, which I'll get into in a little bit, he would always never reply to the pictures I was seeing. He would always reply to the other parts of the email or the private messages on the website, but he would never actually address what I thought was the biggest issue, which is there's tons of underage girls posting pictures of themselves in literally nothing but panties.
After the chat, I contacted him. I was like, "Can you tell me more? Because I keep on hearing this rumor. Okay, just tell me whatever you have, and if I can find something, I'll do my best."
Okay.
So, understand. So I. After about, 1 week, 2 weeks, I collected about 10 names, and I started calling them. I think I reached number 5, 6, or 7. I don't remember. And someone DM'd me asking, saying, "Oh, can you contact this girl? Caitlin, she knows everything about everything. She can help you. She knows everything." I was like, "Okay, let's call her. Let's contact her." So we talked, and she told me, "Yes, I can help you finding this person." So we got into this audio conversation, which she recorded, and I told her, well, you know, my contact believes that she was sexually assaulted by Onision.
Okay.
And that was very important for me, because I said my contact believes. Okay.
Yeah.
My contact said that she believes.
Is it only me and you here, or there is someone else?
No, it's just a direct call. It's only me and you in the group.
Just us, right?
Yeah.
Promise me, you need to promise me, Caitlin, that you will not talk about this with anyone, to anyone.
I won't. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. My contacts told me that she believes to have been sexually assaulted by Elysium.
And she told me, "Yeah, I can help you. Let's contact this person. Contact this person." She gave me a name, and I looked. Name and surname matched. And I said, "Okay, let's contact them." I contacted them, and at first they were very, very, very aggressive towards me, and I couldn't understand why, because none of the other.
What do you mean by?
Well, the thing is,
What do you mean by aggressive?
yeah, like why are you contacting us? Stuff like that, like very, very aggressive, because I called them, okay? So they were very aggressive, and I was a little bit. I'm not an aggressive person, so I was like a little bit like, wow, okay. So let's try to explain everything. I say, "No, we just want to contact this," and she told me, and the person that answered the phone, not the name, the alleged victim, told me, "Yes, I was told." And back then, I didn't really realize that sentence, like, "I was told about you," or "I was told about something," okay? But she said something like, "I was told about something." And I thought at first, okay, you know, that's the things everybody says, like, you know, you tell me a story and I say, I know, like this. So she was very aggressive towards me at the beginning, and I couldn't understand why. So I tried to, you know, to cool the situation, and then she told me, "No, look, I don't want anything, but who gave you this name?" And I said, "Well, I cannot say that.
Yeah.
I don't reveal the source.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the method.
Exactly.
So, and she said something very nice that I quite liked. She told me, "Well, you are trying to protect this person's privacy, so why don't you protect this contact privacy?" And I was like, "Well, that's why I called you. That's why I didn't make a video.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never made a video.
Exactly.
So that's why I called you." And all these things back then during the conversation sounded weird. But I said, "Okay, I mean, let's try to end this conversation peacefully, because I don't want anyone to be angry at me."
Yeah, you don't want any
So
animosity.
finally she was very nice. She said, "Oh, thank you so much. I understand what you're doing. Blah blah blah." And so she was very, very nice at the end, and I told her, like I do to everyone that I believe I disturbed excessively, I told her, "Oh, can I send you a box of goods from Japan?" And she agreed, okay? Whether or not then I send it or not, actually I didn't send it because she never gave me the full address. Although I know what her address is, unless she gives me the address, I'm not gonna send anything.
Yeah.
So I told her, yeah, sure. She agreed. Yeah, I'd love to things from Japan. You can send and then I wrote like after a while, because I was busy, and after a while I replied. I think I replied after a while. I'm not sure. I said, oh yeah, please send me the address whenever you feel like. If you feel comfortable, just send me the address and I will send you everything. She never replied, so I didn't bother anymore. And I thought, okay, if she replies maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I will send her whatever I usually send.
Yeah.
So, and let's see. So that's the conversation, the phone call. That was the last contact. I think the last day. I looked into that rumor. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I think it was September. Oh no, maybe August. I don't remember. 2017, and after a few days, we wrote on the website. There is nothing into it. The rumor is completely false.
Okay.
I mean, to me, okay?
Okay,
to
so...
me. Maybe it's true. I don't know, but for what I've seen on this particular rumor, it's just false. And I wrote, I think these are just kids not able to deal with grown-up situations, or too much into Onision and Onision dramas, and they're just making up things. So, and that's what I wrote on the web.
Yeah.
Which is also funny because I deleted my website, but my blackmailer and her friends actually saved that page.
Yeah.
Where I said exactly these words on archive.is.
Yeah.
So, and that's wonderful for me, because I have actually a real proof right there that the website was actually saying that. One mistake I've made is that I have never actually made a video about this, but I told slowly, little by little, because after that conversation, after that phone call, after September, I basically stopped talking about Onision. I published the last 2 videos I had.
Yeah.
But I thought, okay, there's nothing really into it. This guy is just, he's an idiot, but he's he hasn't done really anything bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, he's creepy because he has this forum and the
rating girls and stuff like that. You know.
Yes, I mean things I wouldn't do personally.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, like the stuff he does though is just not that. The stuff that he just does though, like publishing it and stuff like that, it's not that smart. Like honestly, like doing that stuff, publishing like rating girls, honestly, it's really stupid. I don't know why he does it, you know. But so what exactly happened next?
So,
like it was like
here's the crazy thing, because because when she started blackmailing us, she told me, I contacted this family before you did. And so my mind completely just exploded in right there, because I thought, what have you done? You gave me a contact. You told me to call someone. You found someone that matched. You told me to call them, but you already called them.
Yep.
You told them that I was a crazy person, that trying to accuse them of something, or so this is why that family was so aggressive. That never happened. And I was when I read that, I'm gonna be honest, I was unprepared, because that never happened. Never happened that someone called a contact, tell them to be careful, or that I'm crazy, or that something that I want to accuse them, or whatever she said, and then let me call them and trick me into something that I have no idea. something so messed up.
Yeah.
So this is what she did. She told me, yeah, I can help you. Call this family. But she already called them. And when I called them, they were very aggressive. I was already like, okay, well, maybe it never happened, but there's always a first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she wrote all these things, I realized, I started putting all the pieces together, and it's insane. These people, she said that she's a child. They accuse me of harassing a child, which never happened. I've never been rude to anyone until I had to say, look, if you don't stop, I'm gonna. No, I actually didn't say that. I just called my lawyer and said, okay, this is what's going on. Which is not really my lawyer, the person that, but is a legal advisor. Then he does everything for us. So I've always been trying to be nice to her. I even told her, forget about this. I'm not gonna do anything. Just she will learn. Your friend will learn what she did, and she will have to live with that. No, she didn't. She went on and on and on. I mean, one thing is being a troll for fun. One thing is trying to destroy someone's life. If I had a boss, my life would have been destroyed. If I had a job, if my life wasn't so comfortable, I would have been ruined. Yeah, and that's what I cannot. That's what I cannot understand. So this person and her friends did so much behind the scenes that I'm now trying to understand what they did. It's so hard, even now, even after a year, it doesn't matter. It's so messed up.
Yeah.
They tricked me into contacting them, into talking to them, to then raise all this drama, to accuse me of something, then accuse me of all things I haven't done, and then trying to destroy my life when I talked about them on my video about my blackmailers. Oh, they got offended there. So I really pissed them off then.
We're not gonna stop looking into stuff only because we've been blackmailed once. We are still gonna do this. We talked about the claim in good faith privately. We've been recorded for one single reason, to just destroy this channel. I believe this kid is not mentally stable, or her mother is behind this, or Onision is behind. Either way, they recorded me saying something, talking about a claim that is 6 years old, and I will probably use it in his next video, saying, oh, you try to send me to jail. You know how Onision is. Problem is, I'm your most valuable critic, because we do follow-ups on our website, and everything is public. We don't hide anything. Oh well, we don't hide a lot of things.
So now that's the challenge. Now the challenge is, okay, you said all those things on Local with insane stuff. Now let's see what happens if I tell the truth and I put out all the things I have about you and your friends. Let's see what happens when your name is linked to all the things you've done.
Yeah.
So what's more damaging? Unproven claims, they're just a pure smear campaign, or the truth?
Yeah.
Because I have nothing to hide really anymore. Once you accuse me of molesting my child, that's a man that has nothing left. Because a father has only their children. So once you accuse them of molesting the child, you've done everything. There's nothing that can hurt me anymore. Like literally nothing. Now I dealt with my own personal problems, and now I'm ready to come back. I took a year off. I didn't even want to come back, but I decided I do. I actually do. I want to tell the truth. I want to put out all the conversations she recorded where she actually smiled and said, I'm going to dox you.
Did you send me a friend request? Boy, I'm going to dox you. Wait, how do I? Ew. Okay, so is this still recording? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh. Oh. How do I do this? I want to connect with you. How do I connect with you?
All the things they said about my wife that has nothing to do with this story, because now it's personal. So I don't think I've ever insulted anyone. Yes, Onisio can feel insulted, can say, "Oh, you accused me." No, actually, I never accused you of anything. I just talked about something that someone else talked about on YouTube. So I understand, and now I understand even better, much better, how stressed Onision must be, or how stressed anyone else must be when it comes to harassers. I've never been harassed all my life.
Yeah.
So I've never been involved in a fight, or I've never gotten a fine. I don't even have a driving license because I'm sorry. It's not nice to say, but I live my life very comfortably. So I always try not to get involved with stuff. If I can help someone, I help them. But I've never had such a problem where I'm accused of things I've never done.
Yeah.
So now that I'm interested to see when they started the second thread on Lolcow, they wrote that I am the owner of a website. It's called anonymousharassers.com. So they said that I am the owner of this website, and
yeah,
but I don't need enemies. I don't need more enemies than what I already have, those 4, 5, 6 people. Why would I do that? First. Second, I've been the first one to come on YouTube and publicly say, if these are the rumors about Onision, I called the FBI and I reported whatever it is, because everybody should do that. Everybody should take actions on things. So that was also what my channel was about. Just do things instead of just go on YouTube and say, "Oh, he said that, he did that. Let's talk about it." No, I just if the rumor is about something illegal, just report him and that's it. They never found anything because obviously he never done. I don't think he has ever done anything illegal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now because I've always done things very transparently. I believe so. I'm gonna be even transparent now, and I'm telling, and I'm saying, I'm gonna credit you. I'm gonna make everything public, every little thing with your name attached. Let's see what happens. And I want you to know that that's me. I'm not gonna hide behind an anonymous account. I'm gonna tell. I don't need Achan on an anonymous website. I don't need anything anonymous. I want you to know that's me because that's the person you went after, and that's the reaction you're gonna get. You're a bully. These people are bullies, and bullies will only learn when they get the same currency.
Yeah.
I mean, we are talking about the daughter of a woman that has been involved in fraud and identity theft. If you go on the South Carolina website and search for a family, I mean, her mother is filled with problems with the law. I mean, that was also my fear when I told my assistant, just find everything about this person. She came out with this stuff, and I said, then you start thinking, okay, has she done this alone? Is she doing this with other people? Are these just trolls sending me emails?
Yeah.
So what is real? What is not real? So I will make everything public, but only things I'm certain, 100% certain of.
So what exactly happened next? Like, it was like, I know there was a video published on your channel, right? That eventually had your channel Did you take your channel down because of that, or what exactly happened?
No, nothing. My channel has never been striked.
No, I don't mean striked. I mean just like what exactly happened with your channel that made you pull it down?
No. Ah, okay. Right, okay. Oh, that's a long story. Sorry.
It's all right.
So what happened after that? After that, I published a video. I published the last 2 videos about Onision, and I stopped talking about him.
Yeah.
I completely moved on. Okay. On my website, there were all the information needed for people that because my thought was, okay, I'm just gonna say it in these last 2 videos. I'm gonna add a little thing saying like, oh, let's talk about real pedos.
Yeah.
Or Onision. None of the rumors is actually really is real, like this. You know, things like little things like this.
Yeah.
Today we're gonna hear an interview I've made with Onision. Nah, another pedo. A real one this time. No claims here. This guy I've interviewed is actually a pedophile. And I interviewed him because I wanted to know what people like him think. And what people in his community think about Gregory. A man that at this point, because obviously I know the interview, can't do anything to shock me. I've heard all sorts of claims about Gregory, and I investigated some of them with no result. But honestly, after this interview, if you tell me Gregory spread his genitals with jam and let 101 Dalmatians lick his balls, shouting all their names, I believe you. So to me the problem is quite obvious. Maybe because I'm mentally old. But why a 30-year-old man and his wife ask pictures from their followers? Especially when they already know that there are many kids posting pictures of themselves on this forum and no one is implementing any rule. Why? To be fair, I also have to point out that in our research, all the people we've talked to told us that the Onision character is just a character. So far, all of the publicly non-disclosed claims coming from Onision's ex-moderators, claims we have investigated, are false. Even Tomato Biscuit, a YouTuber I talked to, told me that Onision the man is not what everybody, me as well, thinks. But still, doesn't he have the responsibility to protect his audience? And doesn't he have the responsibility in this case with the forum to behave differently?
But I wrote everything on my website to make sure that if someone was looking into it, that information was there available.
Okay.
So I don't have a lot of time. I don't make videos every day. I used to make a video a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes every 2 weeks. So for me, it was important to talk about certain things on YouTube and other things on the website where I had more time to just write things and edit and, you know. So after that, after September, I think September 25th, I stopped completely talking about Onision and I published the reports on the website, I think 25th or 27th of September. I think 1 week later, strangely, I received messages from that contact of mine.
Okay.
And he said, oh, there is Caitlin, there is blackmailing us. And I was like, who? The person you talked to, just talk to her, look. And he sent me a few screenshots. And he was like, and there was like this screenshot, I will send everything to Onision and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? I don't understand. So I contacted her and I was like, although I had the past messages on view, on the DMs, I just wanted to know what was going on. And I asked her just, have we ever talked? Who are you? Because I completely, you know, once one case is closed, I don't go back.
Yeah.
Okay? Unless there is someone coming to me, I don't go and look for anyone. So I completely removed this person from my head. I didn't even know she existed anymore. And I was like, who are you? Plus, I have a whole life. You know, YouTube is only 20 minutes. So I was like, who are you? Have we ever talked? And then little by little she told me, yes, we talked and here. And I was, little by little I was kind of like catching up things, I called my assistant and I said, can you find all the information we have about this person right now?
Yeah.
Right now. So she collected everything and sent everything to me, things we talked about and not talked about. So I had my iPad, my phone, my computer, just trying to receive information from everyone about this person, and this person blackmailing us. She was like sending us videos, little videos she was making of her computer playing our private conversation, where I said, I believe, no, my source told me that she believes she was raped by an Asian. Okay, so she recorded this one, and then on the video she sent me, she was like, did you hear, Josh? Did you fucking hear, Josh? Like this, and send it to me.
Yeah. Is it only me and you here, or there is someone else?
No, it's just a direct call. It's only me and you in the group.
Just us, right?
Yeah.
Promise me, you need to promise me, Caitlin, that you will not talk about this with anyone, to anyone.
I won't. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. My contacts told me that she believes to have been sexually assaulted by an Asian. My contacts told me that she believes to have been sexually assaulted by an Asian.
But where is she even from? Like, how would she be assaulted by him?
Well, she was very young. She was 15 when they had sex.
When they had sex, Josh, did you fucking hear that?
And then at the same time, well, no, maybe not exactly at the same time, but after a little bit, during the day, I think a night or the day later, I received an email saying 30,000. I don't remember if there was $30,000, the sign, or just 30,000.
Okay, so they wanted $30,000 from you.
But I don't know. Okay, I cannot. That's the thing. Right now I don't have it. I need to look for it because I didn't look.
Yeah, I understand.
So I don't know, but I have it. In case we're gonna show it here or here. So she sent me. No, I cannot say she. Sorry. Someone sent me emails threatening me, threatening my child, asking me for something. So that's when I just called the police. Okay. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna talk about this stuff anymore. We're gonna release a video talking about my blackmailer and what happened, so to make everything public, and we will move on.
Yeah.
We just carry on with whatever we were doing.
Yeah.
And so we did. So October, a week later, I published a video about my blackmailers and her friends.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. I don't have a problem with her friends, although I really hate them.
Yeah.
Right now, because I've actually found I came back on you. I actually started researching all my stuff a few months ago when I started contacting back people, and I found things they said about my wife I don't like.
Okay.
For example, mocking her or just making like snide jokes or snide remarks for the fact that she's not here anymore.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's fucked up.
Give me 1 second. So now I hate them. So now it's personal, okay? Before it wasn't personal. Now is personal. And So October went away quietly around on the 26th, around the 20th, 30th of November. 5 of them or 6 of them started harassing my followers, which is something I really, really hate. Okay, but you can harass me, don't harass people that follow me because they have nothing to do with me. Okay, so there were like 3 or 4 people talking to them like, yeah, you're showing us screenshots, but that doesn't prove anything. It's just things you say. They were accusing me of being accounts I was not. Okay.
Yeah, so they were trying to say you had stock accounts. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I found interesting things because one of the people on Twitter was saying, oh, is this one because of this and this reason?
Yeah.
For example, is this one because his account his Twitter account is the Josh Vlog, while this account is Wave Vlog.
Okay.
So that was that was their proof. Okay.
Yeah.
And then because this account left a message under one of my tweets, so that was the proof they needed to accuse me that I was them, that I was the person.
Hold on 1 second. I just need to get a charger real quick. Hold on.
No problem. I'm gonna check my charger. So so we took a little break, and I don't remember where we were. I'll try to go back. So so in October this happened. The whole harassment began, and then ended when I asked my this Caitlin, okay, Caitlin Abercrombie, I will close here. The conversation for me is over. When she started saying stuff, I said, okay, it's over for me. And I started just called the police and said, this is happening. Yeah. Do whatever you have to do. I just give you everything I have. Yeah. I went to the police station, and a picture can be found here or here. And that's it. So then in November, they attacked my followers or supporters, whatever, or just people that didn't agree with them. And then because because a few weeks earlier I interviewed a woman that got offended because of an Onision joke.
Okay.
This woman contacted me and told me, Onision made a joke about cancer, kids with cancer. Yeah. And my sister died. I'd like to have a platform. I'd like to just tell my story. And I said, you do realize that that's a joke? And she said, yes, I do, but I just want to talk. And I felt like, oh man, okay, I gotta do it. I don't want to do it. I really do not want to do it, because I knew I would have broken down the whole interview. Okay. So we did it. And in the interview, I was just crying. I just, it's a kid. Yeah. So I get very emotional. Okay. So it was like, I cannot do this anymore. Then at that point I said, okay, maybe I'm just going to stop with this Josh show and just leave.
Okay. Who are you?
I am Skylar.
Skylar, why did you call me?
I was told to contact you because Onision made a very malicious comment in a video, and it and I tweeted at him, and I got a lot of response from it. So
okay, I saw the clip. Okay, now to be fair, he at the end said it's a joke, right? But you still got offended?
I wouldn't so much call it offended as more kind of just very aggravated because I don't think he realized it's, you know, it's a real problem and it's a real thing. Exactly how he described it is exactly how, you know, it happened, and it doesn't look like that, and I don't think he realizes there's, you know, so.
There's much, okay.
You never know, you know, children pick up on a lot, and he was there basically the whole thing, and he dealt with the loss as well. So for a 5-year-old to just grasp that part of life is something that can't be taught.
Did he ask you where his cousin is, or
Yes.
what happened to her?
He did.
And
so I explained it in the best way that I could, and I said that she is an angel now, and that, you know, and he looked at me and said, well, Mommy, I don't believe in angels. So I said, okay, that's fine. You know, I don't push beliefs on him. So I said, think of it this way. I said, you know, when the sun shines and you could see all those ray of lights? And he said, yes, Mommy. So I said, that's her. I said, that's her looking down on you. That's her smiling. So now, I'm sorry. Anytime that it's really, really sunny out and, you know, you could see the rays from the sun, he's, Mommy, that's her. Mommy, she's saying hi. Mommy, she's here. And, you know, it took a while for him to grasp the fact that she wasn't coming back, but he did. Every night before he goes to bed, there's a picture of them on his dresser, and every night before he goes to bed, you know, he says goodnight to it and talks to her, and I'm perfectly okay with that. And sometimes he will ask, you know, he'll come up to me and say, Mommy, I don't want to forget her voice. Can I hear a video? And I'll go on Facebook and I'll find a video, and, you know, and then she'll laugh in the video and he'll laugh, and it'll, you know, it'll be fine. Why am I spamming him? I'm spamming him to prove, not even to prove, to prove a point that his jokes are getting crude, and literally that could be his child. And exactly, typical girly 38. Exactly.
It's a card. Red card. I did.
How would I get my point across? That I don't understand. You know, it's proving a point, and it's showing him what it really looks like. It's not a little girl in a fucking video who's literally
I did a card.
in the picture, 6 maybe.
I did a card.
Joke like that. That's not what it looks like.
Card.
Honestly,
The cards.
Your cards? Can you see
yeah,
them?
No, first of all,
you
I never
don't see
said
them.
that you didn't know it was a joke. Second of all,
What's
unless you're talking in the chats, I don't know. I'm just talking about what I'm reading.
Right?
No,
I'm
don't
not
look.
using it as a pawn, because do you realize that...
Look.
Sorry, Caitlin, hold on. That when this comes out...
Nice.
Okay.
Awareness.
Here.
And that's
Do you see my phone?
Yes, I see.
Am I on Twitter? Like, am I... Okay, look at my hands. Type a comment, whatever. Oh. It isn't me. It was never me the whole time. Literally.
I was just saying, it's okay. I believe you.
Like, I've been on the phone this whole time. Like, it's not me, not, like... I just whipped, like, not me, like...
What's this?
I'm going now. Like, this is ridiculous. Have a nice day. It was nice to meet you. Like, I'm sorry that you're involved in this.
Jam.
I
got myself
Don't
involved.
lose
I
your back.
apologize.
I'm gonna have a nice night.
People,
If-
people. Da-da-da! It's not middle pan. It's not middle pan.
What even? How is it an argument? Because I'm not. There was no arguing about it.
메론 판.
Bye bye, Sue.
후이씨.
You're done.
아, 러루. 후이씨.
Oh God.
So when in November 26th, 25th, I don't know, November, they went back attacking my followers and they said something like, oh, you're using a dead child for your views. And then something about the child. And then I got so upset. It was the first time that I publicly on Twitter have actually sweared, like used fuck or other words. So I was like, you can do whatever you want, okay? Do not use dead people. Do not use dead kids.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Then when my blood just started boiling. I couldn't stand it anymore. And so I told a name like Keltina Bicombe, you just have to stop this. This is insane. And they said, someone said, I think, oh, you're doxing us. Because for them, just saying a name and a surname is a dox, okay? And I said, wait, don't challenge me. Because I'm going to dox you, your gynecologist, your baker, whoever you've ever met. I don't care. You don't use a child or a dead person to hurt me. You just don't do it. And for me, that was the end.
Yeah.
Then in all this, since I started my channel till the end, I had my personal problem, which is not talk about my problems, okay?
Yeah.
And I've never talked about publicly. So a month before, in October or September again, I had a conversation with a YouTuber friend of mine, and which wasn't really a conversation with her. It was just me crying for like 2 hours. I just told her I need someone to talk to, and I'm just breaking down. So, and she was just staring at me, and I was just crying. So that was my state, okay, back in September or October, I don't remember. So I was already in a bad place. And in December, they released the lolcow thread. Accusing me of abusing of my child, of molesting my child. I don't even know.
What were they trying to say there? What were they trying to say about that?
Well, it's a smear campaign. It's completely a smear campaign, except for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
One profile called the Neil Sentry that I created, not really with or for, but that's part of my personal life. So that has to be, if I have to explain that, when I saw the thread, I didn't care about all the accusation about my child or me stealing music from other people, because I will, on the video that I will release, I will prove everything, okay?
Yeah, they were trying to say that you were like, pretty much saying like pedophilia, and they were trying to say that it was like, they were saying you were like copying other people too. They were saying, and they were saying that you were, like what they say, plagiarist? They said you were plagiarizing from other people.
Yes.
And I think they also said, well, they said one thing too. They said that you were like they said you were adding yourself into famous people's bios. Is that like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, that's part of Neil Sentry's profile. Okay, when I read that, I said, okay, I either go back on YouTube and talk about Neil Sentry, which means talk about my wife.
Yeah.
Which I've never done, even with in private conversation with with my YouTubers friends. I've never done, okay?
Yeah.
Or I just leave.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Okay.
It was December, was Christmas, so not a very happy time when you are a single father.
Almost about a year now. Almost about a year.
So it wasn't a happy time. It's Christmas. Is never a happy time when you're trying to deal with stuff you haven't dealt with.
Yeah.
So this is what I did, and this is what I did when my wife left. I just sold my house. I stopped contacting all my friends. That's what I did. Okay, stop doing everything. I don't want to talk about stuff. It
was a lot. Obviously, it was a lot. Yeah.
So when I read that, I thought I either talk about her in the New Century or I just leave. And I said, fine, leave. As soon as I left the message, people start saying, are you committing suicide? And I thought, there was my assistant with me, and she said, well, they're saying this, they think that you're committing suicide. And I said, fine, go with it. I don't care. I just will never talk about her. And that's it. And that's when I left.
Okay, so then everybody at that point was pretty much under the impression that you either were going to kill yourself or you were trying to, right? Is that?
Yeah. Then I went along with that rumor.
So you were like, screw it. You were like, screw it. I'm going to disappear. Screw it.
Yeah. I said, okay, fine. I will never talk about this. I will never, ever talk about my wife or what happened. And I just let them do whatever they had to do and went along with it. And I made some mistakes, which then this is tricky. I don't regret what I've done because it helped me. So I can rationalize it. But I'm ashamed of that. Because that was the first breakdown I've ever had, and it was public, so it was humiliating, and that's it. So I left, and they kept saying whatever they had to say. I just ordered my assistant just to delete everything. Just check their page on Lookout, whatever they post, you delete. I don't care. Don't talk to me about that. Don't ask me anything, just delete. And so she did. Okay,
so you just pretty much were just like, that's it. I'm not going to respond to anybody. I'm not going to post anything anymore. And since then you just haven't. And
since then I haven't. So in this last year, I left for a year. I haven't been on YouTube for a year. Well, I haven't shown myself for a year, and I took seriously the help I needed to talk about whatever happened. And although hard, it's still hard. It will always be hard, but I can talk about this. I can now. I'm ready. I'm doing. Yes, I might cry. I'm crying now, but I can talk.
Yeah.
So okay, change plagiarism. You want to talk about plagiarism? Okay.
Yeah. So what exactly happened there?
Okay. The New Century profile was an hoax. Okay, but it wasn't a bad one to deal with one of my wife's problems. So we made that thing. We tried to put. It was more than 10 years ago. So we needed an important figure. Okay. Because she needed to get some money back from her boyfriend, which is a common problem in Japan. A lot of foreigners come here, try to get in a relationship with a Japanese woman, with a wealthy Japanese woman, and they ask for money, and then they disappeared. And so that happened to her. And she told me, I don't want to have, because I liked her a lot, I asked, how can I help you? Do you need money to get a lawyer or to find? No, because it's just me giving money to this person. There is no record. I gave him cash, and I don't want to get involved with anything because I can't ask my parents for money. So I said, okay. So with friends, I talked with housemates and we said, okay, what can I do? What can I not do? And they told me, well, you can make up a profile on the internet, just make it scary, and then contact him. So we made a few profiles, and that wasn't the only one, but that was the only one with my face. So the one was the only one with my face, because at one point I had to upload my picture because he wanted to talk to me on Skype. So that's when I started uploading. I uploaded maybe one picture of me, I think, one or two maximum. I don't remember. But yeah, that was a very important figure we created, and I created, and eventually we collected all sort of information about him and his family, and we called him, and I just told him. I pretended to be this friend of mine, this Japanese friend of mine I met, that then became my wife. And I told him my wife would like to have her money back.
Yeah.
And you have to give it to her. And at first he was very, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't call me, I don't know her. And then he became, after a few weeks, I know her, but I didn't steal the money. And then at the end he said, okay, I got the money, and I'm going to give the money back. $400 $400 per month. And that's it. So I removed whatever I could remove, except for a few things on Wikipedia that they had to stay. Some things had to stay there and for a long time, because my fear was, okay, if he's going back and check and he doesn't find anything, maybe he's gonna accuse her of something I don't want. So let's keep everything there. Okay. And that was more than 10 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
And that was how I kind of like seduced my wife, because I helped her getting the money back. And then she agreed to have a breakfast with me because she didn't want to have anything to do with foreigners. So I wanted to get that money back for her. So he started sending her money, and she was like, she called me crying, and I said, yeah, it's me. And would you like to have breakfast with me now? And she said yes. Yeah. So that's a personal story. That's why I said, okay, fuck it, I'm not gonna talk about this and just leave, because I didn't want to talk about my private life on YouTube, on the Just Show. The Just Show was made to escape from my problems, not to not to talk about them.
Yeah. I understand that.
So that's the plagiarism. The plagiarism came because I had to upload stuff everywhere. I had to spam as much as possible to create this person, to make this person match with a lot of things. Yeah. And I uploaded one file, which is a chords tabs on a tab website, which has the different lyrics from the lyrics file, the one that I eventually recorded, and we can play it. There's like now we're gonna show the chords I published and the file I published, and then you can hear the lyrics, the songs, which are different.
This for all the lonely people thinking their life has left them cold inside. This is for all the single people thinking their love has left them blind.
So for that little thing, without even asking me, they were like, oh no, he plagiarized someone, he stole music from someone. And when I read that, when I read The Americas is the band I allegedly plagiarized, I was like, who are these? I don't know them, okay? So I contacted The Americas because I wanted to know, okay, if I recorded this song with these lyrics, would you consider it plagiarism? Because it was slightly above 20%, okay? The amount of words I copied on the chords, which were different from those that I recorded. So, but I wanted to know those chords, the beats. And she said, yes, we would consider it plagiarism. But I asked also my lawyer, which is not a music lawyer, it's just my lawyer. I don't know who to ask, to be honest. And he said, well, they would say this plagiarism every time because they want to protect whatever they have. So don't really listen to them. Those words are nothing particular, nothing really particular. Yeah, sure.
I left. I got like 7 minutes, like exactly.
Okay, 7 minutes. I'm gonna be very, very fast. So basically, they and the management of that band told me yes, we would, but I asked and they told me, my lawyer told me, well, they would always say that. They would always say yes, that's plagiarism, because they would always try to save whatever.
Yeah, they want to cover themselves.
To protect whatever they can, but the words, the two sentences are nothing unique. They're not unique. So yes, consider it as a plagiarism. Have you recorded it? And I said no. Have you ever published it? No. So that's fine. So because of that, they accused me of plagiarism. Apart from being a kind of like friendly to pedos, showing my kids private parts, which never happened. Spreading feces on inside their vagina, which apparently, allegedly, I did on camera. So I'd like to see what that happened. It never happened. Plagiarism never actually happened. Although I have to admit that back in the 90s, I did not have access to the internet. So I have maybe if I copied that. Well, definitely I must have copied those words from them. I don't know where from.
Okay.
Although then in the recording I changed them. Why have I changed them when I recorded the track? I have no idea, because it happened so long ago. But I think maybe I copied from them and then changed a couple of things. Possible. And then what other things they accused me of? Buying followers. Which I'm going to show the receipt on my videos. Okay. We spent the year that they accused me of buying followers from that particular account and the Facebook page, which has about 1 million likes. I spent $1,700,000 yen, which is about $17,000, $15,000 for my company. Okay. So they can't say that. They just cannot accuse me of buying followers. But they accuse me of anything. Just think about something. I interviewed a pedophile. They accused me of being the voice of the pedophile. I mean, everything they could possibly accuse me of, they did.
Yeah.
And a month ago, she made a video titled Why Tumblr Sucks, Episode 6, Minor Attractive People, where she gives her point of view about a community of people, of pedophiles called MAP or MAP or Minor Attractive People. Okay, I'm gonna show you a bit of a video so at least you know who I'm talking about. Here.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So another day, another shit show. Here we are again, talking about why Tumblr sucks. So, contrary to other episodes where, you know, it's kind of funny and lighthearted, this is actually a really big problem that is not funny and is extremely fucked up. I just want to say one thing before I start. When I was looking through Tumblr to find these posts, I have to say most posts were level-headed and they were like, pedophiles are the worst and they suck. And they were all very level-headed about this. There was, it was pretty difficult to find the actual pedophiles because they keep changing their tags, because they're getting death threats, because they're pedophiles. Then I found another person's blog and they had this at the top. 22-year-old minor attracted person. I'm 22 years old from the UK and I'm an anti-contact pedophile exclusively attracted to boys aged 2 to 13. Pedophilia isn't wrong, acting on it is. I volunteer as a leader with a youth group. Pedophilia is wrong though, so I don't know what source you've been checking, but trust, it's wrong. Try and go outside and yell, I'm a pedophile, see how many people come to congratulate you. Second of all, he volunteers as a leader of a youth group with kids when he specifically said he's attracted to boys aged 2 to 13. Wouldn't boys of that age, like between those ages, like I don't know what kind of a youth group it is, but wouldn't that contain boys that age? Oh, I just got goosebumps. Oh, fuck.
So after the video, I called her and we started talking about that. And we talk quite a lot. We talk roughly once a week, once every 2 weeks. And I asked her, Ready to Glare, what do you think about an interview with one of those? And we started talking about this, thinking about the goods and the bads about an interview with one of those people. And then one day I was working with my team on another project and I told my assistant, Tomoko, I wanted one of those. And they actually found the guy Ready to Glare was talking about in our video. His internet name is Dean. He's actually a very pleasant person to talk to. I wouldn't recommend him to babysit your children, nor I would recommend Gregory to babysit your children, but Dean, differently from Gregory, seems like a really nice person. Okay, let's put it this way. We had a nice, pleasant, respectful chat. The interview you're about to hear is actually the first time we've ever talked to each other. Hopefully the last one. And part of our agreement was to edit his voice. So you will hear a very distorted voice, but you have the subtitles, so don't worry. In this interview, we're gonna hear Dean talking about his struggle, his thoughts I don't understand, and we're gonna learn something more about his community, a community that I don't like and I'm personally afraid of. And at the end of the interview, I also asked him about Onision. I asked him about Onision's forum and what he thinks about it. And he says something very, very interesting. So sit down, it's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, and good luck. Dean, can I call you Dean?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so Dean is not your real name, right?
No, it's not.
Okay. Where are you from? The country, not the city.
I'm from the United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom, okay. So, do you want to explain my viewers where I found you? Or where my people found you?
Yes, it was found me through my Tumblr blog, Attracted Person, or MAP. So I am a person attracted to children.
You are attracted to children. What does that mean?
I'm specifically sexually and romantically attracted to children, specifically boys from the ages of sort of 2 up to about 13. And, I didn't choose it, I didn't want it, I don't want it, but there's nothing I can do to change it. All I can do is choose to live with it, and I've chosen, because I know how harmful it can be to act on it, I've chosen never to do so. So I'm all non-offending and anti-contact MAP, which means we're completely against all forms of sexual, romantic, or otherwise inappropriate contact with children. We're against the viewing or production of indecent images of children. So we'd never look at those or view those. And there are thousands of us online, around and about. We have our own website called Verpage, where there's now, I believe at the last count, over 2,000 of us, and all of us are completely against all forms of child abuse.
Okay, now I feel uncomfortable, sorry.
That's understandable.
So, okay, when you say you are attracted to kids of the age, right, 2, 13, you said?
Yeah, about between 2 and 13.
Okay. You gotta explain me this.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. When people start hating you, it's kind of like a train and it just keeps going. That's kind of how this stuff happens.
Now I'm also the owner of a anti-bullying website. I was the owner of a 8chan board. I am the owner of accounts that are harassing them or harassing other people. Basically, I have a child. I'm a single father. Allegedly, I abducted her from my wife. Just crazy stuff. I don't have a company, so I don't know how. I don't have money. I don't have money, and yet I can survive in Japan. But today is Friday. I'm at home, and that's basically my life. Okay. Yet somehow I have also time to create. I don't know how many websites, or I don't know how many accounts, and just use them all together.
Yeah.
So this is insane. It's just insane.
Yeah. So I trust me, I understand how this works. You know, once people start hating you, it just never ends, and I can understand, like, you know, what you've been through completely. But so what do you plan on doing from here on out? Are you coming back now, or what exactly is happening?
Yeah, I'm coming back. Probably in a few days I will release. Now every Christmas, because that happened on last Christmas. So I wanna repay them the same exactly way. Every Christmas I will talk about one of them, just one of them, and I will release one video and one website.
Okay.
To make sure that all the lies they've told are rightfully credited.
Okay.
Yeah, that's. I will not insult them.
Yeah.
I will just show what they've said and the truth. So whoever's gonna look for them or researched for, they will find out what kind of person they really are. I will not, because now it's personal. So I will not stop. If you don't take my wife and you don't take my child and try to hurt me with them, you don't do it. Because one thing, there is no rule that we YouTubers have to take all the shit that come to us and do nothing. There's no such a thing.
Yeah.
We can let a lot of things pass by. I even told them, I don't care about the blackmailing, just let's move on. I'm not going to do anything legally. No, now it's different. So I will talk about each one of them. Once a year, on Christmas, that's my present to them. And I will show the lies they told and make sure that they are rightfully credited.
I'm glad we can.
And I will never
I'm
stop.
glad we can look forward to that on your channel. Then I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I mean the truth. I want the truth. I don't want rumors. The truth, no matter what it is, no matter nice or bad it is, I don't want rumors. That's why I've never talked about Joy Sparkle BS, for example.
Yeah.
Even though she attacked me on a video, that was a misunderstanding. I probably misspoke. She misunderstood. That's why people fight.
Yeah.
I never replied. I don't need to. And that's it. It ends there. That's what relationships are about. You know, people fight. You don't always need to make a drama out of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't like the truth because sometimes I like to get Onesians doing, I like to catch Onesian on something and I say...
Yeah, you just want the truth out.
I can't. There is nothing. I even interviewed... No, I tried to get an interview from someone on LolCow because someone contacted... I don't really look on LolCow, especially now, because it would make me very, very upset. But people sometimes send me stuff and say, oh, can you look on this person? She posted something on LolCow. She said that Onesian tried to groom her. So I tried to contact her and say, oh, I'd like to talk to you about this. Would you like to talk to me? So she said, no, I don't. And then she went on LolCow, oh, he contacted me, or he contacted my friend. He's an idiot, leave it like this. I mean, what do I have to do? Like, I just contact people. If they don't want to talk to me, that's fine. I mean, for me, it's case closed. It's not real. Yeah. I mean, it's the level of... I understand Onesian being angry at these people. I get it. I get it now. And I feel so... Do you know, I feel guilty because... Sorry, I burped. I feel guilty towards Joy Sparkle BS because it's not like I don't. Of course, she got upset with me, and now, of course, one side of me is like, oh fuck her. I mean, she's not a person you want to spend your time with. Fine, but on the other side, I've also have to admit that I, like all the other people, like anybody else, missed things. For example, allegedly her family published stuff on a locale, right?
Yeah.
Now the question I've always asked myself, well, are those things true or not? That's what I tried to look into, and I got in contact with someone claiming to be her family.
Okay.
They didn't tell me anything interesting apart from the fact, oh, she's a bad child, or she did this or she did that.
Okay.
So that's not something I do. I'm not going to talk about her family or her problems. Or her health. I'm not going to talk about her health. I don't care. But I missed something that I did not talk about that until she said it.
Yeah.
And I feel guilty for this because she said, what kind of family does that? And that's so true.
Exactly.
The question is not whether she did or she did not do something bad, because everybody does bad things with their own parents or with their, families. We all screwed up somehow, sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, what kind of family does that?
Yeah.
Who really does that? So am I really going to talk about Joy Sparkle when actually she has a shitty family? I mean, thinking that my mother could go on locale and talk about this, that would never happen. It's in a million years. My mother would never do that. She would talk to me privately.
Yeah.
So the question, so sometimes I feel guilty saying I could have done a video talking about this, but I didn't. And she got a lot of shit. When I had a lot of impact, when my video reached 20,000 or something views, I could have said something, but I didn't. So, this year has been quite good because I got to deal with my own things, and I got to think about other stuff. For example, I contacted Mr. Rapizion about Joy Sparkle. We talked like, what are you gonna do? What are you not gonna do? He was more like into her health, and I was more like into money stolen money. So, and I tried to discourage him. I tried to tell him, don't look into that stuff. I think health is maybe too private. You shouldn't do that. But if you have information and I have information, I will exchange it.
Yeah.
So somehow I tried a little bit to discourage him. Then he went along. I didn't like the first video. The second video he did is very good.
Yeah.
Is very good.
Yeah.
Whether or not I agree or not with him, it's good. So yeah, talking about her health or whatever is written on locale, I think is wrong, and I never said that, or because I've never done a video on Joy Sparkle. I thought it wasn't interesting. I thought it wasn't interesting because it was private.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are things that we all miss. There are personal things that should not be talked about.
Yeah.
Like I did not want to talk about my wife. I just didn't. It was a mistake, because now I realize it was a mistake. First, because I empowered my harassers to carry on doing whatever they are doing, and because I've never dealt with my problems. I just drag them along with me. So.
Pablo.